Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. In today's video I have a quick summer style for you all. I'm actually reshooting this video because my entire SD card corrupted last week, so I was in my feelings because I was really excited about this video, but here we are, we're doing it now. I said a prayer before starting this video so that my camera and everything will act right. For this style, I'm using a Shine and Jam to smooth my hair down and 5 pieces of hair for each braid, 3 medium pieces and 2 smaller pieces to go towards the end of the braid. I always got to start at my nose to get my part as straight as I can. It's not perfect. I'm not the best at parting, but this will definitely do. I'm just going to go ahead and clip this side of my hair out of the way and start detangling the first section. And then I'm going to split my hair because it's really thick. That way I can go ahead and start smoothing it down just to make the braiding process a lot quicker for me. This isn't supposed to be a style that takes a long time to do. I can braid my own hair, but I do not know how to do feed-ins, so this is for all of the people out there who cannot do feed-ins to their scalp just like me. I'm going to braid down my hair at the top and then wait until I am no longer braiding on my scalp to add in the pieces of hair. And by the way, the feed-in portion of this video is definitely not a tutorial because I cannot do feed-in braids that well at all. I struggle. So if you have any tips for those of us who cannot do feed-ins, please leave them down. That would be so helpful for me because I've been trying to learn for months and it's so hard. I go ahead and brush my hair in the direction that I want my braids to lay. This just makes them look a little bit more symmetrical because when I do 2 braids, they're never perfectly even, and this kind of helps me out a bit. Because I struggle with feeding in the braiding hair, I really take my time at the top because this is probably going to be the neatest part of the braid for me. Once I get down to the ends, it can look a little wonky at times. It's really hit or miss when I do this style, but it turns out pretty good today. So I really focus at the top to make sure that I'm getting all the hairs in and so that this braid is nice and smooth. And once I start moving towards the nape of my neck, I try to gather that section up in a pretty big clump so that that hair is pulled up, because usually when I try to braid all the way down, that hair is really loose and sticking out, and I don't like that. Hopefully you can see how I'm doing it here, but it really makes it feel more secure and that hair doesn't get all frizzy and the braid lasts longer. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my first piece of braiding hair, and I try to start as close to the nape of my neck as I can, but I have to sometimes go down a little bit more just to get my hands right. Something about feeding in braiding hair just makes me feel really uncoordinated. So I just repeat those same steps going down my hair as I add in the other pieces of braiding hair. I try to add in the 3 bigger pieces before my natural hair ends, and then I add the 2 smaller pieces further towards the end of the braid. That way it gradually gets smaller rather than it being super duper obvious where my natural hair ends, because sometimes with these braids it can be really bulky where your natural hair ends and then it gets super tiny after that point, and it just looks really obvious on me because my hair is super thick. So I try to make that blend a little bit better. Now I'm taking a little bit more of the Shine and Jam to smooth my edges down, and I'm also going to use some of this Design Essentials mousse to add to the top of my hair and the ends of my braids past where my natural hair ends, so that I can tie it down and it smooths all those flyaways down. Usually when I add that mousse with big braids like this at the line of demarcation from my natural hair and the braiding hair, my ends start to poke out very quickly. And here I'm just quickly using my blow dryer to kind of set the braids before taking them down. So I just let this set for an hour, but usually I'll leave the hair tie on until I go out, because with bigger braids, they don't last as long as smaller braids. They get frizzy super fast. But this is how my hair turned out. I really like this style because it adds a little length to my braids, being that I did do a pretty hefty trim on my hair recently. And it's just a cute summer style. It doesn't take very long to do. And this is just an easier method if you want to do the 2 feed in braids look, but you don't actually know how to feed into your scalp. But yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.